So, as hopefully you guys know by now, I'm Joey, and I run the club. There's a lot of stuff going on tonight. First up, we have Sean from Ours Brewing. He's going to talk about his Kickstarter. Then we have Blaze over here talking about hops. We will have a hops discount buy later on, probably in April or early May. There should be somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 varietals of different hops for you guys to purchase through the club, and then hopefully we're going to have that all squared away. Third presentation tonight is Fall Guy and Nick talking about their Kickstarter as well. And then Fred, who is finally here, has been making for the past 3-4 hours corned beef and cabbage and potatoes for St. Paddy's Day. It's luncheon. All right. So let's talk about what's going on with the club. If you're not a part of the club newsletter, I highly recommend you to go onto our website and to sign up. That's where you get all of the news and information going on in the club and the whatnots and happenings. First and foremost, if you are a member, please, and you haven't received this, please come up to Allie. Allie is Sean tonight. Much better looking than Sean.
I lost my card.
If you lost it, I have no idea what to tell you. But I don't know. Talk to Sean when he comes back from wherever he's at. But yeah, this card gets you deals and discounts, lots and lots of different places. Okay. Currently, we have 103 paid members, which is great. Broke the century mark, which is awesome.
How many unpaid members?
Yourself included.
I'm paid.
All right. One of the big things coming up for members, we do have a happy hour coming up Sunday, March 29th from noon till 4 at Dock Street. I believe it's $10, and that includes food. It is open to members only, so if you're not a member and you want to join, come up and see Allie.
17 is for the food.
Huh?
It's pay as you go for the beer.
Yep, it's
17 for the food.
it's 17. I thought it was 10.
10. You're right.
10. Yeah, it's 10. It's 10.
I just wrote 17.
Okay, yeah. It's $10, and that includes food, and it also includes a tour by Vince the Brewer, but it's pay as you go. I think it's discounted beer. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it's discounted beer for all Homebrew Club members. And they're shutting down just for us from noon to 4 at Dock Street. Also, we're going to have 2 new discounts. Earth and Bread and PBC are both giving 10% off their bill. Okay? Which is nice. Really nice. Let's talk a little bit about our last event, Winter's Warmers. Hopefully you all made it. It was a resounding success. We could have packed, actually, I think somewhere in the neighborhood of 85 people, more people in there to bump up our total. But we raised $1,000 cash that we gave to Joyce Craig's family for that day. Cheers. We raised an additional $2,500 for the Fireman's Widow Fund on top of the $1,000. Okay. Cheers. Plus, we raised an additional $500 to go into the Halls Fund for their operating expenses for the year. Okay, so we raised $4,000, just a little short of $4,000 in total for the firemen and the Widows Fund and Joyce Craig's family, which is amazing. So thanks for all that came out 2 weeks ago, and you know it's an annual event. If you want to partake in it, it's a great time. We were short a little bit on chili this past year. I hope to get more chilies next year. Okay. So thanks a lot for coming to that. All right. If you have noticed, our website has been redesigned by Frank, who is in the back. Frank has redesigned our website. It actually looks so much cleaner and smoother, and it's much more easy to navigate through it. We did kill the forum, so for that 1 or 2 people that were on the forum, you have to go on the Facebook, I guess. Yeah, Minty is no longer. Sorry. All right, so folks, come on. Let's talk a little bit about field trip. Is anybody from the field trip committee here? Is Jess, Candy, actually Fred, he's doing stuff. We are having a field trip coming up. I don't know the exact date. They haven't solidified it. but we are taking a tour of local breweries. We're going to get on a cheese bus, and it's going to be really discounted stuff.
It's May 17th, 19th, something around there.
It wasn't confirmed yet. So it's May 17th. It's not confirmed. So, but it's right around there.
That's my birthday week.
The bus is going to take it all the way to Jersey. All right. So right around that, we will be taking a field trip. If you want to take a field trip, there will be a destination field trip later in the summer on a big, official bus with an actual bathroom. So we don't have to stop at a church and pee on their lawn anymore.
I thought we were going to use a carboy.
We could definitely use a carboy either way.
Anybody behind?
Yeah, we may
Doesn't get left behind.
or may not leave you behind next time. All right, let's move on from that. Philly Homebrew Cup. How many of you guys have signed up for the Philly Homebrew Cup so far? It is fast approaching. The Philly Homebrew Cup is Philadelphia's only major homebrew competition where every single category is judged. Okay?
Beer category.
Every single beer category is judged. Cider, sand cider, mead, and
Cider and mead.
sake or whatever the
No cider, no meat.
no cider, no meat. All right. It's pretty easy to sign up. The website that we're using now is a little different than last year, but it's really easy. Just go onto our website, go into different homebrew competitions. You can. We are live. Yeah, we've been live for a while.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about registering beers, get to it. It's about 80% filled already.
Yeah.
We are still looking for judges and stewards, which you can also do through the Philly Homebrew Cup website. So check in there for all the information you need about the cup.
Okay, so that's coming up soon. Philly Homebrew Cup. Also, we have 2 Smash competitions coming up. They were announced on our Facebook page and they were announced via our newsletter. The first Smash competition will be via next month. We're having the guys from Deer Creek Malt come out here and do a presentation on their malt that they're selling. It's a local organization. It's a local company. Their malt's a little expensive right now. I think we've had a lot of talk about how expensive it is. Just a little bit. No animosity whatsoever. But yeah, yeah, exactly.
But it is locally malted.
It is locally malted by hand, and it takes a long while. So, but we will. It's the first. We're gonna actually raffle off. We're raffling off 5 spots. So if you would like to put your name in there, we're going to give you 10 pounds of malt, I believe.
Only 10?
Yeah.
Really?
Who said that?
Yeah.
I did back here.
Yeah.
Fight.
Yeah. I mean, we're only getting 50 pounds of malt.
This was handpicked
So-
by virgins.
I might have to go back to my original system to use those 10 pounds.
No, it's a 5. You want to make 5 gallons, not 10. We're only at 5 gallons. It's 5. So yeah.
Let me just say real quick. I work at Vault. We just brewed an alt beer with 100%. They're 100% of their base malt, their Munich malt, and it's the first time we've done it. But it's the kind of thing where if you're familiar with what New York State has going on, it's very much recycles the what breweries spend, and you get a tax incentive if you buy within the state. It's something that if Pennsylvania adopted would really benefit us all. So, as much as it is a joke how expensive the malt might be now, they're really they're really trailblazers. They're doing some great stuff, and it's worth experimenting with it. So definitely give it a try.
So piggybacking on what Jason's saying, next month we are getting a sack, and we are going to raffle off that night a sack. Yep, 50 pound sack, whatever. What do you call it? Of the malt. We're gonna raffle off the people that sign up for it. The second Smash competition is Big Brew Day is May 2nd. We're gonna hold in the parking lot, rain or shine. We're looking for 15 brewers that day, and if we need to raffle off the spots, we will raffle off the spots.
Is the sign-up working yet? It wasn't working.
May 2nd. What?
The sign-up wasn't working.
Sign up. It should be working.
It wasn't this afternoon.
Okay. for the Smash, the Big Brew Day Smash?
I don't think anything's online.
I posted it on Facebook. I did. Yeah, if it's not working, let me know. I can repost
There's a
it.
link on Facebook.
Let me
When you
know,
got there,
yeah.
It said you needed Google permission,
Oh, you do? Well,
and you didn't, and it
You
didn't work
should-
when you
all
tried
right.
to put your password.
let me know. I'll fix it next week. Not tomorrow, but next week. I'm a little busy tomorrow. Thanks, jerk.
The respected
Yeah.
person shall
Hey,
fix
it's
it.
not my fault she got pregnant. Oh, wait.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe it is.
Yeah. All right, so.
Hey, Matt.
So Big Brew Day here. I'm trying to nail down Brant and Russell to come into the parking lot to make chicken for us. I think the club could pay a little bit of money for that, but it'd still be like $5 for a giant chicken plate or whatever they want to make. Sausage, chicken, hot dogs, whatever they feel like making. But May 2nd here. We're hopefully, going to fill the parking lot with 15 or plus brewers. And that competition's going to be basically we give you 10 pounds of grain. You come in here, you buy your hops, you create whatever hop schedule you want to create. You get your yeast here, and then you brew here. We'll give you all the water, all the grain, and you provide the rest.
It's pure smash, no adjuncts.
Pure smash, pure smash.
No adjuncts. No
Pure
sugar.
smash. We give you 1 month to ferment out and bottle 6 bottles. We're looking for 6 bottles. You keep the rest. It's kind of nice, right? It's kind of nice. So we want 6 bottles. 2 are for judging. 4 are for the June 3rd Friday meeting. Okay? So hopefully we're going to get a bunch of you folks to sign up for the Smash competition. There will be gift cards and so forth as prizes.
Going back to the Deer Creek Smash thing, it said you had to bring a keg. Are there kegs available? Or
There are kegs available. Yeah, we have plenty of kegs here. The club has 30 kegs at this point. Okay, so if you need a keg and you're a member, and you want to, keg up some stuff and rent not rent, but what I mean, just you borrow a keg. And for the most part, jockey boxes, CO2 canisters. That's why we purchase this stuff. That's why you guys are members. You guys have that possibility to come in here and sign out stuff, including books. Dan, I'm going to talk about the library in a second. Okay.
It's going past me.
Oh, yeah?
I haven't looked. I mean,
Oh,
just
well,
go.
okay. So, so there's plenty of stuff here for members, okay? So that's the last Smash competition. One last thing for me before I kick it over to Dan to talk about the library. Philly Beard Corp, if you guys aren't familiar, I did start my own events corp. I have an event tomorrow. It is a benefit for Officer Wilson, who was murdered 2 weeks ago at a GameStop. There's plenty of flyers up here that does have the his actual number on there. We are trying to ask for $30 today. We're going to shut down pre-sales. It's going to be $40 at the door. There is a $5 off for all Philadelphia Homebrew Club members. It's I think it's Brewers Rule, Brewers plural Rule. So if you put that into the discount code, you will get $5 off if you want to come. I know there's a lot of you that have volunteered already to come and serve and help out. So that's great. I think there's like 1 spot left to volunteer. So if you want to see me later,
You got the swipe for tickets tonight?
yeah, I can definitely do that if you want me to. If you want to swipe up, I can hit you up. So certainly. Any other questions, comments before I kick it over to Dan? We do have, if you're not familiar, we have it's the first time we started. It's a library. I brought in, I think, about 12 books. Lots of other people have donated books to the library. We are going to get space in the back in a couple of weeks, I hope. And Dan should be able to talk more about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a lot to say that we didn't say last month at this point. It looks like, we're probably up to about 20, 25 books.
Yeah.
So they're still taking donations whenever you can come by and just leave them at the desk.
And there's an Excel sheet. Should we send that around with the
Yeah,
newsletter?
that'd be great.
We'll send it around.
We're on Facebook.
Yes.
Our Facebook.
Did you guys-
update what to donate, please? That would save us a lot of time.
Did we finalize the lending procedures? No.
That's up to you guys.
We have all the rules.
Yeah, we have all the rules. So post the
Can you
rules.
send me an electronic copy of what you typed up?
Yeah, so if
And then
nobody's
we'll post
touched
it.
that since I left, then I'll send it through.
It's good.
Yeah, it was. I shared it on the Google Docs. So
Okay.
Oh, it's on Google Docs? I'll check. And if I don't, I'll
Alright.
email you.
But
So
yeah, you know, it's free. It's brewing books. You're looking to get more brewing books. You know, brewers publication stuff, whatever you have. I think we have some
There's
magazines.
some great stuff back there. There's some absolutely fantastic stuff back there, from everything from wild brews to how to brew, Tom Pomade. Everything's back there, basically.
That's probably Papa's ad.
What?
Penthouse Forum.
Yeah, that's back there. It's,
The letters.
thank you for donating that, by the way. That was fantastic. Thank you.
I never believed it would happen to me.
I thought you were going to give it to your kid, but you did it to us. That was awesome. Thank you.
We'll get it when we're all
It was either that or a forest stash, right?
That'll just be one solid magazine.
All right, we've gone totally off the rails. All right, so before we get into Arsenal Brewing, I'd like you guys to take a look behind you. We have started something new last month, and we followed it to this month. We have, I know, it's great, it's beer. It's awesome, it's 2 months in a row. It's really working. Really, thanks so much, Ryan and Frank and everybody else that has kind of set this up. If you do have beer for the meeting, please pre-register. There's stuff online. You can go in. I'm going to shut down for 5 minutes before we get into Arsenal Brewing. Take a look at what's up here. There's stuff posted back there.
There's also Steve brought a keg of stout and a keg of HB. It's on 1 and 3 on the kegs over here.
All right, so grab a beer before we get into Arsenal Brewing. Thanks so much for coming tonight, guys. So grab a pint before we get into the next presentation. Cheers. Thanks so much. All right, folks, now that we're all back together, I'd like to introduce Sean Arsenal from Ours Brewing. He's going to introduce his Kickstarter up here. Yeah. So after this, we're going to have another quick little break, and then we're going to introduce Blaze with his hops, and then have another break, and then we're going to have Fall Guy and Nick talk about their Kickstarter, okay? So please introduce, I'd like to introduce Sean from Ours Brewing. Cheers.
Thanks for having me talk about
All right.
here.
Yeah.
I think about 2 years ago, my brother gave a presentation here on the move he made to become a professional brewer, Victory. So here we are now, 2 years later, trying to start our own brewery. So I have some talking points before we watch the video. My brother and I have been homebrewing about 8 years in our home in South Philly. It's our intention to do about a 10-barrel brewery somewhere in Philadelphia. We haven't really found a location yet. Types of beers we're going to make, we're going to focus on dry, I would say dry yeast-forward beers. And we're not going to filter, centrifuge, or pasteurize our beers.
Wait, you said you are or not going to pasteurize?
We are not.
Okay.
Yeah, steal their yeast.
We have a distribution agreement already signed up with Penn Gretz. So because we want to start small, it's just going to be my twin brother and I. I wish he was here, but just pretend someone looks just like me is right here. He's planning a wedding, so unfortunately, yeah, it's weird seeing two of us anyway. So I'll give you a little background on my brother. He went to UC Davis. He did like the 4 or 5 month accelerated program, and then from UC Davis did an internship at Flying Fish, and then spent the last 2 years as a brewmaster at Victory. And then he left within the last year because he had a non-compete, and we didn't want to mess with that. Within the last year, we've basically been writing the business plan. While my brother was at Victory, I was living in Europe, basically visiting every brewery I could get my hands on. And basically, I would travel on business, but I would set up appointments just so I can set up a meeting with a brewmaster. So I've had a lot of good discussions with breweries like Didal, Distruce, DeMolin, DeRonk, Alvine. I visited them all and kind of, not that I've brewed with them, but I've gained a lot of insight and kind of, I drank beers with them, which is pretty cool, and learned kind of how they kind of make their beers. And it was a good experience, and even was able to do a collaboration with Brewery to Gaverhop. If you guys know who they are, it's pretty good. They're a pretty good brewery, and they make a really good, like a 12% brown ale.
12% brown ale.
Extra? Yeah, it's really awesome.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, it's like a sour brown ale. Am I not in the?
See, you had me at 12%, and then you said brown ale. I was over.
It's like a sour brown ale, but it's really really good.
Wow.
where we are with the brewery, we're about 2/3 funded. We're looking for about another $100,000. With the Kickstarter, we're looking to raise about $30,000. It's been about 20 days so far. It's been overwhelming, the support we've had. Actually, not even in Philly, but we've got some backers from Sweden. Today was Sweden. The other day was Denmark. It's just crazy, the people that have seen the video. So yeah, about 106 backers, $15,000 pledged. We have 20 days left. Need another $15,000. We have a lot of cool rewards. I've designed all the T-shirts. Took a while to make the video because my brother and I sucked at acting. Some of the collaboration rewards we have, which are really cool, is we have a Green Street coffee beer collaboration. So basically, you get a kind of tour of their coffee roasting facility, and then come to our brewery and then make the beer with the coffee that you pick. The guys at Green Street are pretty cool. We're going to do an event next Saturday where we're going to basically pour a coffee-infused beer at their cafe over on Spruce Street. I think it's at Spruce. The other one we're doing is a Little Babies, a beer-infused ice cream collaboration where we kind of sit down with the crazy minds of Little Babies, kind of drink some beer and taste some ice cream and then figure out what kind of crazy, I don't know, hop extract beer or ice cream you want to make. So, and the last collaboration, we're going to have Tagaverhop come over here from Belgium and brew a collaboration beer with us, which would be pretty cool. They're represented by 12% import, so you can actually get their beer at the Foodery. Yeah, so the last two events we have, we'll be serving our beers again at Green Street next Saturday, and then on April 4th, we're going to be at Kraftwerk pouring one of our smoked Belgian ales. So, that being said, if you guys have any questions, it's been a long time planning this freaking brewery, so it's not easy. But
what's the location?
We don't have one yet. We're in talks with the bar owner to lease this place. It's very close to here, but I can't say. But it'd be awesome if it was this close.
You want to do the video before we do more questions?
Sure.
Yeah.
And then here's the video.
Ginger, Mary, and Joseph. Impressive.
Thanks, Kenneth.
It's Kenneth.
Kenneth?
Kenneth.
Kenneth?
Kenneth.
Kenneth?
Thank you for coming in. Your request has been denied. Good day.
I thought you said the proposal was impressive.
And so what? Big deal. Breweries are a dime a dozen. Besides, what's in it for me?
Pop quiz. Philadelphia, 5th largest city in the country, home to legends such as Benjamin Franklin, Philly Fanatic, and the Soft Pretzel. And yet, how many breweries reside in this great city of ours, Andy? The better question, Sean, is how many should? The city of Portland alone houses 50 breweries and counting. They didn't even join the Union until 1859. Philadelphia deserves more breweries and great goddamn beer. Award-winning homebrewers? Damn right. Brewing education? UC Davis. Professional brewing experience? You know it. We've also brewed a collaboration beer in Belgium. Our recipes are refined. Our distribution is secured. But we can't do this without your help. We're looking to raise $30,000 for 4 fermentation tanks so we can start brewing our flagship beers. The Starving Artist, a hoppy, bitter, funky saison. Simpleton, a honey-infused triple. Antiquin, a single-hopped Simcoe saison. And our beloved salted caramel chocolate stout. And to thank you for your generosity, we'd like you to join us for a delicious collaboration with Little Baby's Ice Cream. Not much of a sweet tooth? How about participating in a coffee-infused beer collaboration with Green Street Coffee Roasters? And for our Belgian beer enthusiasts, how about a collaboration with Tagaverhop? We don't just want to be any old brewery. We want to be Philadelphia's brewery. Oh, this is one of our sweet neighbors, Rose. Let's see what she thinks about our brewery.
Get the f off my bench.
Billy's gonna love us. We're gonna love it right back.
She's my neighbor, by the way.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
So We do have one backer, I think. I don't know how many backers we have here, but I'd like to thank, I don't think Sean Melody is here, but he has pledged $100 for us. So.
Tonight playing Sean Melody.
Thank you.
All right. So, does anybody have any questions for him?
What can I do beer tonight? Outside of money.
I did bring beer. I brought it the
number 15.
Number 15, Chris.
2 growlers.
Outside of money, because I have no job, what can I do to help you?
Anything you want. Can you
share it?
Yeah.
I can volunteer social media and all sorts of shit.
Yeah. We need some help with that.
Hey guys, we gotta hear the questions, please.
Guys, one at a time, one at a time.
April 4th. We're gonna pour one of our, it's like a smoked Belgian ale.
Oh, but it's not for sale, but it's...
No, we're gonna just sit behind the bar and kind of hand out our
Fall guy.
postcards. So.
Shut up. Fall guy. Tin barrel. Do you have any ideas where you're getting the equipment at, or?
Not yet. We're looking everywhere.
Yeah.
We have quotes on everything. We have to buy new.
Right.
So we're looking not in North America as well. So
right.
Unfortunately, because used is expensive as new. So yeah. Yeah.
Do you have are you going to be packaging right away?
We're gonna start out just keg.
Okay.
For just bar to begin with, and then just because it's me, my brother and I, we want to start out small. That's why we signed on with a distributor so early, just because we want them to handle that. And so I think hopefully it's a good decision. Yeah.
Speaking of the distributor, you just brought beer to them and then they tasted a couple beers?
Basically, we cold called all the distributors in the area. Like we cold called Shangy's, Bella Vista, Penn, Mueller, and Origlio. The two that gave us meetings, basically this is my brother, professional brewer. It wasn't because of me. I mean, what am I going to say? Was Origlio and Penn. And they both wanted to sign us. We just felt that Origlio has an incredible portfolio, and I heard their sales team is better. I don't know if there's any reps here, but we just thought it was a little crowded, especially with Allagash in their portfolio, and I thought that Penn doesn't really have they had Victory and Trogs, but nothing kind of dry Belgianist that we're going to do. And Penn's the CEO's son, if anyone knows Nick Function, he's our age and probably being groomed to, should be a good topic to bring him in to talk about distribution. But we felt it'd be good to grow with them, and we like the way Gretz is set up too. Gretz, the son is also like our age, so it kind of felt like a better fit for. Yeah. Any other questions?
Might be like a weird question. I know if it's like yeast forward, it sounds like a lot of Belgian stuff right away. But does that also mean with like an English style, like an yeasty?
Yeah, I mean, we just kind of, the way we design our beers is we kind of just pick the yeast first, and we'll do blends of yeast. Probably not sours, just because I don't want to really start out doing that, but we design the beers around the yeast, and then we kind of build everything off that. And nothing is too overpowering, but we always let the yeast kind of shine in the beer. So when you taste the Grisette, this is a blend of 3 different yeasts, and it's not too overwhelming, I feel, but it's kind of the way I like my beers dry, so that's why this is pretty dry. Just personal opinion.
So I'm unfamiliar really with Kickstarter, which is interesting that tonight's Kickstarter heavy, but by April 10th, which is coming up kind of soon, like you're pushing to raise the final half of this valuation.
It's been up 20 days so far.
So is there, I guess like what ways can, is there, I don't know, an Instagram cut that like we could help you repost or things like that?
I mean, whatever you guys are doing has been awesome. I don't know who handles the Homebrew Club. Yeah, so you've been doing a good job. Anything you guys can do to share this to a wider audience, it's kind of what I'm struggling with right now, because I've kind of just, family and friends have done this much, but now I need 20 more days to kind of get to the next hump.
Do you have an Instagram for the company and stuff? Yeah.
We were interviewed by Philly.com, and I'm waiting for them to put the article out. They interviewed us like 15 days ago, and fortunately the reporter, Danya, she won't put the article out because they're not really Kickstarter friendly.
Is there a limit to Kickstarter time? Like, why is it such a short amount of time?
They recommend like 30, 40, or 50 days. They recommend 30. I did 40. Yeah, and then if we don't get the 30, you don't get the money. So
worst case scenario, you just donate the remainder yourself.
I don't want to, but yeah, that's the worst case scenario. Yeah. So it's been pretty stressful these last 20 days because I just every day I'm like.
If you get $30,000, you have to give it back.
Yeah. So there's other crowdfunding.
It's not that you have to
websites.
give it back.
Yeah,
you don't get it.
But the big thing here too is that this $30,000 specifically goes to 4 fermenters. So like people can see and feel and know what they're investing in.
Yeah.
You know, to help you get there. Like you need a fermenter to make beers.
Yeah. So we have a lot of cool prizes. We even have like a beer and pizza party, and like T-shirts and growlers, things like that. So tried to make them friendly to people who like beer too. So we have postcards over here with the link and stuff. If you guys want to look at it. Yeah.
Over here, Sean?
Anything? Yeah.
I was gonna say, is it possible that someone send to the Homebrew Club list like your information of if we want to post something and share?
Yeah, that would be great.
That would be
It's on our Facebook. It's in our newsletter. We can definitely resend it out after tonight's meeting.
We'll repost it on Facebook.
And Twitter.
Because like the way I see it, this is what the 5th, 6th biggest city in the United States. How many breweries are in this city?
10.
If there were 30 more breweries in Planning, I'd still want to do this. Because go to Denver, go to Portland. You know.
Matt.
If you want to dream, if someone would like to volunteer to be like
I get your balls
lab or something like that, or like just see how the brewery works, how do you do that?
Just send me a message. We're gonna need help.
When's the anticipated opening?
We're still struggling to find the last third funding. So basically, over the last year, what I've been doing is holding private investor tastings. The funny thing is, half our investors are graduates of Wharton. I don't know what they're telling the Wharton graduates to invest in breweries, but for whatever reason, they're investing in our brewery.
There was a New York Times article, I think, recently that a lot of Wall Street investors, a lot of money men were quitting the game for. That's what
It's pretty funny, but
After that bug commercial came out, a lot of governors were investing into.
It's good.
But we're still looking for investors as well. So if you guys want to invest, we have some pretty cool investment opportunities too. So.
Anyone else? Questions?
Cool. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Give a round of hand. Thank you for the Ours Brewing.
Folks, grab a quick beer and then we. Okay.
You just had to.
It's not Nintendo. There's no game
so,
sound.
Thanks a lot for listening to from Sean from Arsenal Brewing or Ours Brewing. We're gonna go into our next program, which is Nick and Fall Guy talking about their Kickstarter. Cheers.
All right.
Cheers.
All right, so we got to follow up a very hard, Kickstarter video.
Our video's
with
probably not as
ours,
good.
but we're pretty goddamn good.
That's how you probably all know me by now. I'm imagining you do. I'm Nick. I'm one of the owners of the store. This is Fall Guy here.
That's
We're
me
Brian.
right here.
We're actually doing a trip across the country in May on our motorcycles, and we're doing a documentary along the way. We're going to be stopping at all the major breweries that are pretty much on our list. If you haven't seen it already on our Kickstarter, there's quite a few of them. But we're going to interview them, and what we're going to interview them about is kind of like the hardships that it takes to start up a brewery, which I'm sure Sean can contest to. There's a lot of shit you got to go through. But just to get to the position you are, because like I know when I went to school, I didn't know that anything in beer was a career for me at all. And I ended up owning a homebrew store. So you never quite know what happens when you're young and how you get there. And the story of how you get there is kind of what I want to know. Along with the hardships that we're going to face on the road. I mean, I'm riding a 77 Triumph, which shouldn't be doing this at all.
It's a Brandon bike.
I've done a lot of work to it, but I should not be doing this at all. But I'm going to take the challenge on just because it's kind of a life dream. So,
So, and on that note, is the fact that where I come along is, hey, my bike's a little bit bigger and a little bit better. So he breaks
a
down.
little bit better.
I get a tow rope and pull him around to the next brewery.
There is a funny story.
And that's the hardship of America.
There is a funny.
If you don't have a tow rope in America to get you to the next level, it doesn't fucking work, man.
But, I mean,
It's all about a social club.
There
You
is
gotta
funny
be
things that are
right.
always going to happen. I mean, just like what happened to him him a day ago. He went to go bring his bike into the shop to make sure that it was up to the tip-top shape to make the trip, and we found out some crackhead stole half his spark plug plug to smoke
By
crack
the
out.
way, if you have a spark plug and it's exposed, crackheads will own it.
By the way, how are you gonna smoke crack on the everybody? Last week I was smoking crack out of a spark plug, and it really wasn't the best.
No, but on a
it worked, but it wasn't the best. So if you're gonna steal some spark plugs, don't.
On a serious note, like we're doing the hardship of life. Of getting on your fucking.
This is the snacks of life.
God damn! If you're gonna laugh, shut the fuck up, man. So no, for real, like you're in life, man. You're working your fucking ass off. You hate everything. You're grumbling to yourself, and you just want to fucking go. It could be summertime. You're like, goddamn vacation house. That's where we always go. Whatever it is. So you want to pack up your bags and go, and you go and fucking do it, right? And then you have an epiphany while you're on the trip, like, man, fuck everything. I'm gonna make this goddamn ice cream sandwich. I'm gonna make $1 million dream off of whatever. And we're gonna relate that to everything else in life. Hey, you have an ice cream dream, we have a beer
And
dream.
this is why I'm going on the journey with him.
So you have an ice cream fucking dream. You want to make an ice cream sandwich.
So basically, like,
Just for the record, I'm taking 5 pictures now, and I can't get one of
So basically, like, we got a Kickstarter going because, like, I've been investing a lot of money in this. I've been investing a lot of money in camera equipment, which I'm also using for the Homebrew Club to interview, to like film these homebrew meetings that we do. It's a lot of money that I don't actually have out of pocket to really spend, but I'm spending it anyway. So we're trying
money too.
We're trying to, we're trying to get a little bit of money back so we can make this trip actually happen and make it worth it. We've already hit our Kickstarter goal, which was $3,000, which isn't much. It really did help me get the equipment to do this, but we are trying to extend that and go further. If we get to $4,000, we actually do want to buy a drone so we can get some aerial footage of these breweries. Also some aerial footage. Yeah. Well, also aerial footage of us like going across some of these places that you may never have a chance to see. I don't know if anybody has a travel book here that wants to go across America, but there are places we're going to go that you will never be able to get to by car just because we are on motorcycles. We're able to do this, and we want to do it. This is a lifelong dream that we've been trying to do. But with all that being said, let me kick into the Kickstarter video. It's 6 minutes long. If you can watch it and not get too bored, that'd be great. It's my first. It's not as cool as his.
There's not so many edits. He
Like-
had like 50 edits.
He
in a
had
professional
he had like a professional doing this. It was just kind of me editing this. So I'm just gonna kick right into it. Hi, my name is Nicholas Less. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, but I've lived in Philadelphia for the past 18 years. For 10 of those years, I worked as a graphic and web designer. I decided 10 years was way too long to sit in a cubicle, so I got together with my good friend Jimmy McMillan and opened up Philly Homebrew Outlet. Here we teach people the art of fermentation, whether it's cheese, wine, beer, anything fermented. That's what we're all about, fermentation. Homebrewing has been in my life ever since I was a little kid. Ever since I could remember stealing that little cup of homebrew from my dad, it's always been a part of me. I really got into it when I was about 26, when I drove by Barry's Homebrew Outlet that was owned by Barry Mulheron, which is now a very good friend of mine. He taught me the basics of it. He taught me all grain brewing. I used to go there and brew every week. I did that for about 4 years before he decided he wanted to get out of the business and wanted to pass the business on, pass it on to somebody else. So that's where my true love of beer really came from. My bike is a 1977 T140V Triumph Bonneville 750. I bought the bike originally from my friend Bill Grove, also known as Three Finger Bill, in about 2008. From then, I tore it down in the frame, got it powder coated, rebuilt the engine myself, but I'm not really a mechanic. So today I have Vincent Lopiano from SBKH Moto, who does all the maintenance and work for my bike. I fell in love with riding when I kicked over my Bonnie for the first time. The sound of the engine just hit me. It resonated in my head that this is something I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Even when I took it out around the block for the first time, I was so nervous, but when I opened up that throttle, it all went away. I felt comfortable. I felt like a bike was the place for me to be on. So there's nothing better than, riding around all day and kicking back at night with a beer, just thinking about that ride. And that's kind of where this movie came from. We love drinking, we love beer, we love the art of fermentation, and we love riding. So why not? It's a natural combination. So that's where we came with Road Rash, Saddle Ass, and Beer Breath. So we're about to embark on our journey, and I want to introduce you to the other cohort on this trip. His name's Ryan Sheswell, but we all know him as Fall Guy.
Hello there, America. I'm a 35-year-old hard-working American man, blue-collared citizen of this country, named Ryan Sheswell, as Nick already stated. I grew up with the thirst of skateboarding in my veins and a dream in my heart, so I decided to move to the city of brotherly love. Upon moving to the city, I became a master electrician, and it is what I've done for the past 10 years. Grueling 10 years, that is. So after that, I decided, hey, quit it all. Let's go traveling with the dream. So I did. I went to see the likes of Colombia, Puerto Rico, California, Colorado. After all that, I decided that I really, really love skateboarding and motorcycles. So that's where I am today, trying to go around the world and do just that. We ran a 2001 Harley Sportster Custom. A lot of work done, handlebars, carburetors, rejetted, gas tanks, airbrushed work, the whole nine, whole bells and whistles. With my poor navigational skills and my lack of great riding, I tend to beat her up a little bit. So in order for me to get across the country to make this documentary, I got to take it to Vincent. As Nick already stated, he is a great guy, good worker, and will take care of your bike. So with that being said, I got to make sure that she gets across the country and back to follow our dreams. And with the help of you guys, that would be greatly appreciated.
So what's more American than riding motorcycles and drinking beer?
Hard work.
And that's what these brewers do every day to bring us the craft beers that we love and enjoy every day. So what we want to find out about in this documentary is the hardships they had to go through to get to where they are today. I want to hear about the worst days that they had. I want to hear about the stories that made them want to quit and do something else, but they triumphed through it.
And shovel in your coal, put your head out the window, watch them drivers roll. I'll run her till she leaves the rail, 'cause I'm 8 hours late with that western mail. He looked at his watch and the watch was slow. He looked at the water and the water was low. He turned to the fireman and he said, we're going to reach Frisco, but we'll all be dead. King Jones, going to reach Frisco. King Jones, but we'll all be dead. King Jones, going to reach Frisco. We're going to reach Frisco, but we'll all be dead.
We are asking for your help because we just don't have the equipment necessary to film the documentary. The trip's happening regardless if we can do the film or not, but we really want more for this trip to happen. So what your money's going to go towards is helping us purchase the batteries, the memory, some of the camera equipment, a lot of the stuff that we just don't have to make it. So any help is absolutely awesome. Even if you could just share this with your friends, that would be great. There's nothing more that I could ask for.
And Nick, did you mention all the weird stuff we're going to be doing on the road?
Oh, no,
we have to make that possible by you guys.
Yeah.
If you want to see our adventures, please help us out.
It's kind of like every once in a while you get a lime in the face.
Yeah, that happens. I want to build a dream. He wants to build a dream. You want to build a dream. If you can't live the dream, we're going to live it for you. So help us out.
Thanks for watching our Kickstarter.
Hopefully you can find a way to support us. Road
Rash, Saddle Ass, and Beer Breath. Yeah.
You're a pussy. That's it.
So, there's any questions about going across the country?
Wait, before we do that, all we can ask for, like, if you can't donate, whatever,
You have
just
a lawyer on retainer for when you get locked up.
Aaron will help us.
There you go.
So as a closing statement, guys, like all we can really ask for is just a little bit of help with our Kickstarter. Just get the word out there. If you don't have the money for it, I don't really care. Check out the rewards that we do have. If you can support it, there are some pretty cool ones out there. We will be doing a premiere. We will be having a full hour refreshments. I can't call it. I'm gonna give you free booze. I will be giving you free booze, but I can't say that. So the 1 hour refreshments is actually free booze.
So if you donate fucking money, we're gonna have a party for all you guys, and we're gonna work a raid.
Fucking money. If you donate your money,
If you donate your time,
Couple beers is
if you donate happiness, we will give you happiness back in more than plenty.
Hold on.
But if anybody actually does have questions for us, please. We're actually going to fly back and ship the bikes back. Just the only really reason being is I have this to take care of too, so I have to make it back.
You told me you were
But
going to Thelma Louise, man.
shut up.
No.
So when I get back out there, it is going to be towards June, and Beer Week comes up right then. So I have to be back in town for Beer Week because for Beer Week we have a bunch of events going on. You guys
before Beer Week.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said. But so, keep your eyes out for our events on Beer Week, but I will be back for that because we have a bunch of shit going on.
Hey, man, take an extra day or two and do PCH fly to San Fran.
Is it worth it?
So wait, you guys are leaving the struggle?
Trying to see the guy who.
Also, basically, our leave date is going to be May 2nd, which is National Homebrew Day. We will be leaving from here, but we will be leaving it pretty early, probably 10 at the latest, because we do have to make it to Pittsburgh that day. So, anybody else have any questions?
You want to start in Cincinnati?
I would love to, but it's a little bit out of my way. My dad actually lives in Cincinnati, but we do have an appointment with Great Lakes Brewery, which is really far away and kind of out of the way, but unfortunately. Anybody else? Anybody before? Anybody? Shut up for a second. I'm trying to answer questions, but I can't speak over everyone.
What breweries are you going to?
Well, the breweries that we have on the list so far, just off the top of my head, we are doing Great Lakes. We're doing Dark Horse, Bells, Three Floyds, Revolution. From Revolution, we're going to go to Confluence, then Kansas City to Boulevard, over to Avery. Then we're going to Elevation in Salina, Colorado.
Salina?
It's just right up in the mountains. I'm actually really excited about that one. I'm going to smoke a lot of weed there. I mean...
Nothing wrong with that in Colorado.
I'll be in Colorado.
We got lawyers.
So after that, we're going to go south to Durango. We're going to hit Ska Brewing. There is a Grand Canyon brewery. I don't know if we're going to go there yet. We're still kind of hazy around that because I think we're going to take the northern route around Grand Canyon because there's a lot more back road that we can hit.
So on the same token, that we're going to do a trip that is interactive to everybody. So if there's any questions that you would like to ask the brewers at some of your favorite breweries that we have selected upon the way, give us the input that you would like to ask, and we can give you feedback on.
We do have
feedback,
we
not
do have
live,
the
but
we
feedback.
do have the
on,
Facebook, the
certain-
Twitter, and the Instagram. So any of that, please refer to there on there, and we'll see if we can hit them. If it's on our route, why the hell fucking not?
Yeah.
I'm sorry for saying fucking, but why
questions-
not?
Yeah. And if it's questions that you want to ask the breweries that we are going to hit along the way, then yeah, give us some questions and we can answer them for you and then send you back feedback. It's an interactive trip that we're doing. So,
but to finish it up, by the time we get down to LA, we are definitely going to hit the brewery. I need to get a hold of them. We definitely want to hit them. We are hoping that we do make it out to the West Coast and with enough time to make it down to San Diego, because there is at least 3 or 4 breweries I want to talk to there. So it all depends on how the trip goes, how smooth it goes. Like I said, I am riding a 77 Triumph. I do not know where I'm going to break down. I only know that I will. So. What do you mean? I gotta change. I gotta change. Not only refill my oil, probably every 50 or 60 miles. So. But yeah, I mean that is what it is. Thank you for listening to Kickstarter. Please share it with your friends. If you can't donate, if you can donate, please do. Check out our rewards. We do have some pretty cool ones. The base one is $5, and we'll send you random stickers from the breweries along the road. I mean, which is kind of cool on its own. So if you can do that, that would be all the best for us. Like, please help us out.
Do any of these breweries